In question 10 for 2024, we have a function wx is equal to 0.667x plus 1.5x squared minus 0.025x cubed. We're asked to estimate the height after 15 days, so we have a calculator question use again. 0.667 times 15 plus 1.5 times 15 minus 0.025 by 15 cubed. And if we type this into our calculator, we will get 263.13, and correct to the nearest millimeter, 263 millimeters. Part 2, you're asked to find the derivative. Do it up above here. W prime x is equal to, well, this is x to the power 1, so we're just going to have 0.667 plus 2 times 1.5, 3x, and then minus 25 times 3 will become 75, 0.075 x squared for the derivative. Part B, we have a different plant modeled by this function. We're asked to find when p prime x is greater than 24. So p prime x, be careful, this is p prime x, not px. So when is p prime x greater than 24? So when is 1.1 plus 2.73x minus 0.078x squared greater than 24? Well, if I bring the 24 to the left, that's going to be a minus, and then multiply by minus 1. So multiply by minus 1, we're going to get 0.078 x squared minus 2.73x, and then it'll be minus, but then that's going to become a plus 22.9, and that will have to be, we multiply by minus 1, that'll get to be less than 0. So 0.078, if I divide by 0.078, I'm going to get x squared minus, this works out to be 35x, but the last term does not work out to be even. It's giving me 293.59. And then I'm just going to use the quadratic formula for this. 35 plus or minus the square root of 35 squared minus 4 by a by c, 293.59, all divided by 2a. So the discriminant is giving me 50.64, so we're going to have 35 plus 50.64, sorry, the square root of 50.64 over 2, and 35 minus the square root of 50.64 over 2. So that's 21 and 14 if I round up to whole numbers. So x less than 14 greater than 21, actually the wrong way around, x 21 and 14. So x is between 14 and 21 to make this expression greater than 24. Then we have this logo shown. The logo is in the region enclosed by 3 curves defined by the following functions, c, s, and k. And we have c of x is equal to x squared. S of x is 2x squared minus x squared. And we have axial symmetry going right to left, and we're asked to use integration to work out the area of the logo. And they actually give you a big hint here. Just do the one in the first quadrant and double it. So when we're integrating, we want to find, well, we could find the area of just s of x down to here. That does go to 1. And then take away the one underneath here, and that would leave the area that's left. So if we integrate s of x between 0 and 1, we're going to get this expression here, 2x minus x squared, the integral of 2x minus x squared between 1 and 0. So integrating, we're going to get 2x squared over 2, which is just x squared, minus x cubed over 3. So we just need to put 1 in, because 0 will give 0, so we're going to get 1 minus 1 over 3, which is equal to 2 over 3. So that would be the whole area all in here underneath s of x. So if I get the area underneath this expression here, which is c of x, so we're going to integrate c of x between 1 and 0. So the integral of just its x squared between 1 and 0 is going to be x cubed over 3. And again, we just need the 1, so that's going to be a third. So we're going to have, in this area, we're going to have 2/3 minus a third, which is a third. That's the shaded area, and we'd have to multiply by 2 to get 2 over 3 units squared for the area of the whole expression. We're told the function k can be written in this format here. Find the value of b and c, so let's just go back and check k. K of x is this one here. Now it contains the point 0, 0, so we can sub 0 in. So k of 0, when we put 0 in, we're going to get 0. So we're going to get 0 plus 0 plus c is equal to 0. So that means that c is equal to 0. And we also have the point minus 1, 1 up here. So we can sub minus 1 in, the answer will be 1. K of minus 1 is equal to 1. So we're going to get minus 1 squared plus b times minus 1 equals 1. So we're going to get minus 1 minus b is equal to 1. So bringing b to the right and 1 to the left, we get minus 2 is equal to b. So b is minus 2 and c is 0. And in the last part of this 2024 exam, we're told that p and r are constants, and we have this expression here. The company sells bags of plant food. There's a lot of writing for this question, but it's actually quite easy. Option 1, the usual price is reduced by 10% and reduced by a further r. Right, so the normal price is p euro. So if we take p, if it's reduced by 10%, it means that there's just 90% of it left. And then we have to take away or. So this price after the discount is 0.9p minus or. Option 2, the usual price reduced by or and then reduced by 10%. So it originally cost p. If it's reduced by or, and then this whole thing is reduced by 10%, we'd multiply this by 0.9. So we're going to get 0.9p minus 0.9 or. And regardless of the values, this guy here, or, is going to be bigger than 0.9 or. Therefore, option 2 is cheaper. Option 2 doesn't depend on the value because price can't be negative. So that's the end of 2024. Hopefully you found it a nice easy paper.